Hey, folks, y'all see the title. Let's get right into this one. It's your dude. It's your boy. Now, a little perfunctory. There's always people that's just easily triggered. Easily triggered by especially if it's something that falls into it's against somebody that they don't like. You know, if it's somebody they don't like, they may not spend a whole bunch of time researching it. They just take the word of what they say because it's going against somebody that they don't like.
Man, this is some bullshit.
So you get what we have here today. Or what my man, world ain't always what it seems now, is it, Gunny? No, sir. You keep that in mind. Just when you think you got it figured out, you're wrong. From the movie Shooter, that was Levon Helm. Now, did y'all get the word? Orange Man then took revoked 50 security clearances from folk and this, that, and other, and what the hell was that all about? And he's horrible. Okay. Well, a couple of folk streams I was on, and of course, you know, the one that we do together. And, you know, it's like, well, hey, those 50 people were the people that said that it was Russian interference and there was no laptop. There was no Hunter Biden laptop. Oh, shit.
Man, this is some bullshit.
Oh, and I forgot the other one.
The world ain't what it seems, is it, Gunny?
I didn't have to say it. All I had to do was push the damn button. Oh, my other favorite.
Well, damn, if you can't go to Bella Noche, where the hell could you go?
Okay, forget all that. We ain't going to Bella Noche, okay? Y'all can go to Bella Noche. May I suggest you put on a bulletproof vest of some sort, something to protect yourself, and stay near the exit. Okay? Just saying. People go to Bella Noche and get their damn chest ventilated. Now, let's just go ahead and get into it here. Now, so you see what I'm talking about. You know, what was this? January 21st. You see what it says. Trump revoked security clearance on former intelligence officials, and everybody was running around with their freaking hair on fire except for me and a couple other people, but already knew what the deal was. We ain't going to go through the whole thing. We just going to hit this part here, and then we going to keep it moving. Because sometimes, you know, the simpler the pudding is, the easier it is to find the proof in it. But some of you got to get up off your sorry asses and actually look. But they won't, like I said, because it's going against someone that they don't like, and they like the way it sounds. It fits the narrative that they want to believe, so they take it as truth. You know, I mean, they probably fall for that saying crap with they girl when they see this dude. Oh, that's the guy you don't have to worry about. Yeah, y'all fall for the okey doke. Orange Man signed executive order Monday revoking the security clearances of 50 former intelligence officials, most of whom Republicans have accused of coordinating, need the vest with the whatchamacallit, with the mushrooms on the inside, with Side Row Joe's 2020 White House campaign to discredit reporting on Hunter Biden's emails in the closing weeks of the 2020 presidential campaign. You know, the emails that's in the laptop. Now you can draw them off of something else. If you were the sender or the receiver, then yeah, you can do that. But if you're neither of the two, you're not gonna get anything. So you need that laptop, okay? Which we got it now, but anyway, let's keep going. All but one former intelligence officials signed the 2020 letter, all but one 2020 letter that said the public release of emails that reportedly belonged to Hunter Biden had all the classic earmarks of a Russian information operation. Russia, Russia, Russia. Trump also revoked the clearance of his former national security advisor, John Bolton, which he should have, who became a vocal critic of the Republican president after he left the administration. The letter's signers Trump targeted included the DNI, James Clapper, an intelligence official who worked for the Republican and Democrat administrations, former CIA Director Michael Hayden, who led the department under former President W., his successor in Barack Obama's administration, Leon Panetta, I don't like him, and John Brennan. I was take it or leave it with him, but now turn out he's just as dirty as the rest, who held the role for much of Obama's second term. Now, hold that right there. Hold what you got. So that's what's going on today. Oh, he just done this, and oh, it's just from a smack back, and you making up stories and
the world ain't what it seems, is it, Gunny?
Sure the hell ain't. Now, it took me a while, but I found it. And the only reason I found it is because I made a community post off of this story. If you're a content creator, you know how hard it is to go back in time in videos. You can just type in whatever you think it is, and boop, 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 it'll pop up. The search function and your community posts are not connected. So it took me a while, but I found it. So I found the story because a search engine wasn't helping me at all. But once I got the actual date, that's how I found this. Now let's get going. You see what it says, Politico. Hunter Biden story is Russian disinformation. Dozens of former intel officials say, the ones that y'all said that they didn't say it, and that Orange Man was just being heinous by taking those 50 people security clearance and whatnot. Well, what does it say? More than 50 former intelligence, because remember, he took all but one. More than 50 former intelligence officials signed the letter casting doubt on the provenance of New York Post story on the former vice president's son. That's him. Crack Biden. I mean, Hunter Biden. Yeah, that's it. Now, what does it say? What does it say? October 19th, 2020. He was a lot of us knew he was telling the truth, but y'all just took it for granted. Natasha Bertrand, 10/19/2020 at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. How about that? More than 50 former senior intelligence officials have signed onto a letter. We can click the letter after we blow through this right fast, outlining their belief that a recent disclosure of emails allegedly belong to Joe Biden's sons. Yeah, there we go. We know. You see where they got the text from. The letter signed Monday centers around a batch of documents released by the New York Post last week that purport to tie the Democratic nominee to his son's Hunter's business dealings. I done the video on that, broke that all the way down, broke that one down from the top to the bottom with the energy and the energy company that Hunter Biden was. They put him on the board to give him a spot so they have some grip and have some access to the big guy. The company name is Burisma. Like I said, I'll put the link in here. I've done the full write-up on that. I'll put the link in here. Yeah, I'll put it in the description box. Under the banner headline, Biden's secret emails, the Post reported it was given a copy of Hunter Biden's laptop hard drive by President Donald Trump's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, who said he got it from the Mac shop owner in Delaware, who also alerted the FBI. I done the story on him. I got the video on him saying what happened, how he got the laptop, what he done, blah, blah, skippity, blah. He was interviewed by a couple of people, but the one that I have, because it seems to be a little more detailed, is the one that he done with Sean Hannity. Okay. And there he is. No statements. He's sitting in the dang mercy seat and he's answering the questions. Okay. The one for the laptop that didn't exist. And then he even says how they came after him when the only thing he wanted them to do was come pay him and pick up the goddamn laptop. Smoking cracked out, probably was so dirty. It's hard to believe that he done it himself. You think he would have an attaché or a liaison do that for him, you would think. Being you're the son of the damn VP at the time, and now you're the son of the, son of the president, but you know what I'm saying. It just has mismanagement written all over it to me. Okay, but anyway, let's go. While the letter signatories presented no new evidence, they said their national security experience had made them deeply suspicious that the Russian government played a significant role in this case and cited several elements of the story that suggested the Kremlin's hand at work. They were lying. They all lied. And remember also that they sat on the press and everybody else. They sat on the laptop information until after the election because they figure it may skewer people to lean towards the orange man instead of side road Joe, which it did. But I still say the people that was going to vote for Joe, they was going to vote for Joe, even if he told them the laptop was real and showed a picture of him firing up his son's crack pipe himself. Here, let me get that for you, son. They still, that's still better than Trump, than the orange man. Anyway, if we are right, they added, this is Russia trying to influence how Americans vote in this election, and we believe strongly that Americans need to be aware of this, when in reality, they knew the laptop existed. So this was all a ruse by those 50 people that has a security clearance. Do I hear Suburbans roll? Hold on, wait a minute. Let me make sure that ain't a Suburban I hear rolling up.
FBI, open up!
That was a close one. I'm just kidding, y'all. We all right. We all right. Let me earmark my my time code just in case I go. Y'all crazy. Nick Shapiro, a former top aide under CI Director John Brennan, provided Politico with the letter on Monday. He noted the IC leaders who have signed the letter worked for the past 4 presidents, including Orange Man. The real power here however, is the number of former working level IC officers who want the American people to know that once again, the Russians are interfering. There was no Russian interference. It was all a ruse. It was all made up, and they all know it. And people say, well, when you 3 and 4 letter organizations, you don't have no political affiliation. You just supposed to. That's bullshit. Okay? Let me make this a little bigger. That's bullshit. Because it's apparent that they do. And they did. And here's the killer part. Yeah, you take their thing, but I mean, I guess there's no way to try them for this. I guess. I don't know. Or maybe like, look, I ain't got time for this. I'll deal with y'all later and make sure that y'all get kicked out of the game. Former Orange Man administration officials who signed the letter include Russ Travers, who served as National Counterterrorism Center acting director, Glenn Gerstle, the former NSA general counsel, damn, Rick Leggett, the former deputy NSA director, Mark Polymeropoulos. That sounds like a chemical bonding agent, made from polystyrene or something. What the hell kind of name is that? A retired CIA senior operations officer. Oh shit, I better shut the hell up. He got stroke. And Cynthia Strand, who served as the CIA's deputy assistant director for global issues. Former CIA acting directors Brennan Leon Panetta, General Michael Hayton, John McLaughlin, I know him, and Michael, not like I know him like, we going out for coffee and shit together, but anyway. And Michael Morrell also signed the letter, along with more than 36 other intelligence veterans. Several of the former officials on this list have endorsed Biden. Remember, this is 2020. 2020. Director of National Intelligence John Ratcliffe said on Monday that the information on Biden's laptop is not part of some Russian disinformation campaign through the FBI, though the FBI is reportedly conducting an ongoing investigation into whether Russia was involved, even though they know they weren't involved, because your deal was with Burisma. That's the board that Hunter Biden was sitting on, and Burisma is a Ukrainian company. This was 2014. This is why Hunter Biden's pardon went all the way back to February 2014. This story came out in October 2014. That's what I'm saying. And shout out to some of you young cats that's getting in the game. But if you don't go back and do some research to where we were doing this type of content then and knew this stuff, you're playing catch up. Sorry, you ain't playing mustard, you're playing catch up. New York Times raised questions on the old gray lady, really, about the rigors of the post reporting process, revealing that several of its reporters had refused to put their name on the Biden stories because they were concerned about the authenticity of the materials. The Post stood by its reporting, saying, "You shall not pass." It was vetted before publication. But the release of the material, which Politico has not independently verified, has drawn comparisons to 2016, when Russian hackers dumped troves of emails from Democrats onto the internet. I remember that. Producing few damaging revelations, but fueling accusations of corruption by Trump. And Trump didn't even have nothing to do with it. And they never retracted their statement once they actually found out the Ruskies did do it. They found out. Well, we still blaming you anyway, Orange Man. But that makes no sense. The Russians admit that they done it. You got them. Why are you blaming the Orange Man? 'Cause Orange Man bad. in their best NPC voice, freaking NPCs or something else. They never retracted it. Even though once they found this, they never retracted it and probably still won't to this day. They'd rather die than carry it to the grave. While there has been no immediate indication of Russian involvement in the release of emails the Post obtained, and this one, its general thrust mirrors a narrative that U.S. intelligence agencies has described as part of an active Russian disinformation effort aimed at denigrating Biden's candidacy. That's it. So there it is. The story that, according to y'all, didn't exist because you didn't really dig and look for it, and it was there, and it came out October 19th, 2020 by Natasha Bertrand at 10:30 p.m. EDT of the Politico. Anything else? You sure? You got it? Good. Good. Class dismissed.